Oh, God. Review time, hold one second. Stop me loud. Ah. Oh, wait, can you even hear that? Oh, yeah, you can definitely hear that. Sorry, I'm just turning on that 5D OSC because it's pretty good. Anyways, hello, welcome to my review of Rance5D. If you're new here, my name's Aiden. We've been Rance gaming for a while now. Every Sunday we have a Rance video up. We're usually doing playthroughs. We just finished 5Ds, that's why you're seeing this here. So if you are interested in watching Rance 5D, you can see the whole playthrough on the channel and everything from the old timeline. Um, but yeah, I'm here to talk about Rance 5D. What did I think about it? I thought it was like pretty good. I know it's kind of a unpopular opinion because I feel like people don't like the game as much. And I can definitely see why, but first let's differentiate because, there's a difference between how good you think the game is and what was your experience playing the game. Because if you go experience-wise, I actually had a pretty great time. I felt like we played pretty smoothly. There was definitely some tense moments, especially with the time management stuff. But the only times I really got frustrated was during some of the story segments before you get to the roulette gaming. I thought some of those were a little messy, but yeah. Let's do good, bad, and ugly. I don't know if there's anything ugly. The good, what did I like about this game? I actually really enjoyed the story. It felt I felt very comparable to something like 4.1, 4.2, even kind of 4, since I know some people refer to 4 as more of a side story, even though I don't really think it's that much of a side story. Just like in terms of scope, I guess. But no, I thought it was. I had a pretty great time with the story. Um, Obviously, put Syl in it. You love to see it. And Athena as a second like side character you see a lot is also pretty golden. I've grown to like love Athena, especially from 4.1 and 4.2. I think she's such a fun meme character, and I definitely wouldn't mind seeing her as take like a main spot. Obviously, I still want to see Syl because she's my favorite character, but I think that like having those two as like mains are just like really fun. Brought a lot of energy to it. Um, the only like thing I didn't really get about the story was the Fox wedding thing because that just never came back into play. But in general, the rest of it was pretty fun. I thought the whole dilemma and stuff. New characters, we got Copadon. I know someone's a Copadon fan here. She's fun. She's an interesting character. I didn't. I kind of had a neutral opinion about her until she joined the party because she was actually pretty cute when she joined the party. Rizna too. I'm a little more neutral on her. I think I actually like Copadon a little more than Rizna, but they're definitely solid characters. I loved this little, what's his name? Kobayashi. It's not Kobayashi. Something with a K. Tiny Haniwa, fun character. There's Waka Doll. I guess she was kind of a main character. She was fine, I guess. Bird came back just to get owned. I do love Bird. Feel bad for him. I wonder how if he ever gets out of the castle, or is that just the last you see in him in the canon timeline? I hope not. He's a fun character, fun punching bag. Rance and So were just great as usual. Noriko, saddest anime death ever. That was pretty brutal for like no reason. Um, yeah, but yeah, story was pretty enjoyable for like a more side adventure when it's, or at least like smaller and still compared to some of Rance's exploits. Um, what else was good? Comedy. I done comedy was on point. I do actually just talking about gameplay wise, because you're like, oh, Aiden, gameplay's gonna be in the bad for sure. I think there's definitely some elements that I do like in the gameplay. Um, I even though I didn't really utilize it as much because I kind of forgot it was a mechanic. I do like how each character, like you can select each character to do like a different action. Like I would use Syl for searching and stuff, and I like how they each have like a specialty ability. Like Syl can mind read, Rance can punch stuff. Like I think that's pretty cool. And like this collecting souls with fellas, even though we didn't get to max it out, was also a pretty cool mechanic. I even like the day. I mean, I guess it's similar to Rance 4. The day cycles where you're on a time crunch is kind of fun. It sounds like it's not fun, but it honestly added a lot of tension to some of the rounds because I got really like low on time, so it was kind of fun to me. Um, there's like stuff like that I really like. Um, it was a weird positive, but I before recording this, I watched the Rance5D trailer Manga Gamer put out 6 years ago. It's actually like so, it's so good, man. It makes the game look so epic, even though I don't know if it's that good. Some of the animations are pretty sick. If you haven't watched the Rance D 5D, the Rance 5D trailer, it's actually pretty sick. Let's talk about the gameplay though, because yes, it is super RNG heavy. It might be a little too RNG heavy, but I think the game's actually like easy enough that it, at least combat wise, it doesn't matter too much besides maybe Dark Sunflower, which we got super lucky on, or Daruma, Mura Daruma. There you go. Um, I think he was the last boss. Basically, did require some switching of abilities, but but in general, I thought the combat was actually like pretty easy. Like it seems it is super random based, but I think because they made it easy enough, the randomness didn't matter too much in combat. And you're talking to a guy who like barely did anything with the skills. Obviously, I upgraded them, but I almost never changed skill position until like literally the last boss. So again, maybe I'm just generally lucky, but I don't think that's the case. I think the game's just kind of easy. Um, besides like Dark Sunflower and Daruma, where you have to plan out your skill moves, maybe. I mean, Sunflower is actually just more RNG than Daruma, I think. Actually, no, it's not. Daruma's hard for sure. Um, yeah, I don't love the combat for sure, since it is so RNG and it just it's kind of fun. Obviously, it is kind of fun just praying to the RNG lords, but it almost feels like not that important because of the difficulty scale in the game. I do like that they're. I wish they. I know this sounds crazy, but I do wish they kind of made it a little harder in general, just so I would have to switch my skills around and actually plan for stuff other than just the final boss. But that's just my opinion. I think the roulette's also kind of a fun mechanic. But combining the roulette movement system with a timer based level is pretty rough. I can definitely see someone getting tilted if they just can't hit the event squares. Again, we were fairly fortunate, and we also like hoarded a lot of events, guaranteed event items. But yeah, it's I don't know. I'm mixed on it. Because again, I can see it getting very tilting if you just can't land and stuff. Like kind of like me for the last couple episodes, trying to hit that sweet mitten bots. But like honestly, like it's kind of fun at the same time. I also did like their side stuff. Rance games usually have like some side things. Like Rance 4 had the TV stuff, which I think is like the golden example of Rance side games. 4.1, 4.2 had the casino. 3 had okay, excuse me. 3 had 3 had the rare tapes. I really enjoyed the Kura Piston stuff. I thought it was super funny watching a planet evolve. I thought being able to interact with them by throwing items at them and actually like removing them from your inventory is also like a super dope concept. It's probably the best, I think. It's hard for me to say it's better than Mammy Chan Panic, but it was really good. And it also give you the options to throw key items. So I wonder like what would happen if you threw the Waka painting early. Like would that brick your game or something? It would be very funny. Um but yeah, I thought Kurpist and stuff was super cool on the roulette. Mid I don't know. Leveling was interesting. I think we are decently leveled. There's one point where we were over leveled, but since Muradaruma was so hard, I feel like we kind of stopped farming near the end. It's decent. Again, I do like the idea where it's almost like Pokemon, where you can override skills. You can, well, I guess you can't really do this in Pokemon, but combining skills to make stronger level skills. Like, do you want to just spread out the power so generally when you roll, you'll just have a general, like a higher average amount of damage? Or do you want to like really stack? I generally spread. Except I, instead of getting double Rance attack, I did go for a brutal attack, and it was dope as fuck. But yeah, I thought that was a cool aspect. Um, music, I do enjoy the music here. Let me just put on Glorious Days. I think it's my favorite Glorious Days so far. Out of the games we played on YouTube, at least, it was super dope. In general, the music was pretty good. I think Glorious Days stood out a lot. I still think 4.1, 4.2 had like some of the stronger music. And Chichiko, amazingly enough. But yeah, this was definitely strong. There's some good music cues. I am a little disappointed there's no Syl theme, but because it's my favorite Rance OST. But you know we'll live without it. I guess as long as we get a Syl theme for the sixth game. Um, yeah, good music, good music. Artwork, you know, it's always improving. No sprites. This was not a sprite. Oh wait, there was sprites. What am I saying? Was there sprites? There were sprites. Yeah, of course. Um, it was good though. You know, spicy. Aiden, what about the H scenes? Since we don't get to see them anymore. Yeah, they were. You know, I guess I would say I prefer them compared to the retro stuff. I guess I think they look better in a artistic sense. I guess. Um, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say to that. Um, yeah. What else can we talk about? I think that covers most of it. Um, by the way, this is I didn't record it yet, but it's coming out on Saturday before this. But you know, if you haven't watched it yet, I do actually read through the Rance extras, and someone told me near the beginning of the series that it's actually pretty interesting. So I don't know, maybe we'll find some cool information there. There is a scoring system in this game, so it brings up the option of doing score-based runs. So I mean, I can't really imagine myself doing a score-based run of this in the future, like a score-based speed run or whatever. But I don't know, maybe it just feels weird having a score-based system in a random game. It's kind of like it's a little wacky, for sure. But I don't know. I think that's all I got for this. I think it was a pretty fun game. Again, for a smaller scope Rance series, I thought it was a little stronger than usual. And, you know, combat's super random, but let's be honest. Is this combat better than 4.1, 4.2? Yes. Is it better than, like, well, I guess since I've only read 1 and 2, is it better than the other games? No, I guess. I mean, Rance 3 combat. Like, let's be honest, guys. Rance 3 is rough because you can only. Am I? Yeah, Rance 3 is you only control Rance and everyone just auto attacks, right? It's been like a couple years since we played it, but I don't know. Maybe this is worse because it's just full random. I don't know. I think it maybe just depends on person to person because I know some commenters said they even had to hack, use some hacks. I think to cheat the roulette in general. But we just had a really good experience in this game. Like I was pretty happy. The only frustration really, and you know, Aiden got frustrated at the final boss. I wouldn't say it was real frustration. It's just the final boss. It's supposed to be hard, right? I think it's just like some of the story beats where you just got stuck on the story stuff before the dungeon. That was probably like some of my least favorite stuff. But there's tons of good moments, Naruto and stuff like that. But yeah, honestly, good game, good game. Um, on it, just get good, just get good. You might call me lucky. I call it all skill, baby. It's all skill. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Rance5D, great game. Again, you can find the full playthrough on the channel. And if you want more Rance content, what do we have? We have Rance 1 Digest, Rance 2 Digest, Rance 3, Rance 4, 4.1, 4.2, and Chichito all on the channel. Though, I think there's still stuff. I haven't checked on them in a while, but I think YouTube still fucked up the audio sync, so if you actually check the channel, my highlighted video is an archive of all my old rants videos, which you can either stream on Meta or you can just download yourself, because they're kind of stuffed on YouTube right now. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subbed, consider subbing. You know, I'm just a small channel, man. I appreciate all the views I can get. It means a lot. And if you have any opinions on the game you want to share, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will respond. I respond to every single comment when I need to. But if as long as I give you a heart, it means I've read your comment. If you didn't get a heart from me, then I might have missed it, and you might need to remind me on another video or just comment again. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you again in the future. Peace.